I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 26. When Norman Osborn resurfaces, what will that mean for Peter Parker? Will it have a ripple effect throughout his entire life? Well, let's hop on in together and find out, shall we? So, as we pick on up with the issue, it's a few minutes after Silver Sable's failed assassination attempt on Norman Osborn. Gobby might be a giant dickhead and everything, but he still wants to make sure his son Harry is alright. You know, if only because if he were dead or injured, insulting him wouldn't be nearly as much fun as it was if he was alive. All of this chaos ends up leading to a massive chase. Spider-Man and his S.H.I.E.L.D. buddy Mockingbird end up chasing after Silver Sable, who herself is chasing after Norman and his new goblin glide cycles. And no, they never do explain to us if Sable really is back from the dead or if this is a clone. If absolutely nothing else, it would seem Spider-Man is as done with clones within the context of this story as most fans reading this comic are, so you know, there's that. Now, follow me on this one because this is where things start to get weird. Apparently this chase ends up playing right into Norman Osborn's hand, who has been working as a weapons manufacturer over the last little bit, and this gives him a great opportunity to live stream the superhero chase to a bunch of would-be buyers for his new goblin tech. Oh man, first Norman Osborn tried to take over the world, now he's trying to take over the world of Twitch. There's also a very strange B story going on right here about Harry Osborn and the other big heads over at Parker Industries trying to keep the peace, even though this attack on the Uncle Ben fundraiser might very well be the final straw for them in the wake of the whole webware malfunction. In the end, Spider-Man, Mockingbird, and Sable end up totally taking Norman Osborn's bait and being brought right to where he's having his show of weaponry. What's the centerpiece of this who's who of terrorists and tyrants? Well, it's a goblin anti-personnel tank that's just, it's a Metal Gear, just look at it, it's a frickin' Metal Gear. Wow, you know, I expect Doctor Who references when I read Dan Slott comic books, but I was not expecting a touch of Kojima in my Spider-Man. Our heroes rally and end up defeating the tank, and it's here we find out what Silver Sable's been up to. It turns out the reason she's gunning for Osborn has nothing to do with money, but everything to do with national pride. It would seem the Green Goblin, with the help of the Countess, has taken over Silver Sable's home country in Eastern Europe and turned it into one giant weapons factory, enslaving the people in the process. Spider-Man agrees to help Sable, even though he knows doing so would be toppling a completely legitimate, if completely unwholesome regime, and in doing so making him an enemy of S.H.I.E.L.D. Nick Fury, in retaliation, pulls all ties from Parker Industries and orders Mockingbird to go after her former friend Spider-Man. This almost certainly serving as the killing blow for Parker Industries. So that was the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 26, and if you couldn't tell, a lot of this comic left me feeling kinda cold. Norman is back, but it's not really the classic Return to the Green Goblin we all know and remember. It's some sort of weird Nicolas Cage Lord of War take on Norman. I can definitely respect Peter trying to stay true to with great power comes great responsibility, willing to sacrifice his own company if it means saving a whole country from an evil person. But in that regard, perhaps he's not that great a business person or CEO. I mean, lots of people work for Parker Industries, right? A lot of his friends, shouldn't he maybe clear it with them first? Weirdly, in this whole situation, I end up being kind of sympathetic towards Otto, who's watching all of this from afar and getting quite perturbed that Parker is torpedoing the company that he built for him. On a technical level, the art is good, there's action, there's just not a heck of a lot to grab onto, which is unfortunate. Overall, I kind of forgot this comic as soon as I finished reading it. I'd give it a 5. So there you have it, everybody, another Spider-Man book on the books. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you're interested, why not check out some of these other videos I have on offer on the screen right now. Want to keep up to date on when the newest Spider-Man issue comes out? Of course you do. There's no better way to do that than to head down to the description of this very video and follow me on my many social media feeds. I got Twitch, I got Twitter, I got Facebook and Instagram, I got it all, man. And hey, while you're down there, if you're looking to buy some comics and trade and get a great deal, might I recommend bookdepository.uk. It's my personal favorite place for buying comics collected in trade, and if you use my specific link, not only will you be getting yourself a great comic, but a small percentage of that sale goes to support me and the channel. You win, I win, everybody wins, man. So until we meet again, I'm Cape Joel, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye-bye.